Good morning, and thank you for giving me the time to present to you aspects of why I think we should look at server virtualization. I would like to discuss the merits of virtualizing servers in the data center. With virtualization, we can leverage our current infrastructure to support multiple virtual server instances where we currently maintain only single servers. To begin with, server virtualization is taking a product, and I'm suggesting the VMware product, where it can be loaded on a physical box. VMware gives you the ability to take that physical box and incorporate what's called server instances. For the end user, a server instance looks just like a standard server. No difference, no nothing. It's another server out there running. You think it's a physical box, but in actuality, it's just an instance being maintained by the VMware product. Everything is on that one server. So, the thing about VMware is you can have multiple server instances. Depending on your hardware, how powerful it may be, you can have 5, 8, 10, 15 plus virtual instances maintained and housed on one physical server. This gives us several different things that we can potentially look at. One, by doing this and leveraging this, we are ultimately utilizing less resources. Most servers and most network infrastructures are not taxed to their full capacity. They have room left in order to be potentially utilized, but because they're just that one server, they're wasted. Case in point, things like web servers. Web servers basically dish out web pages, but outside of that, they're not doing a whole lot of heavy work. Other servers may be more souped up, like your SQL servers or maybe a transaction server, but they have room as well, depending upon the servers and depending upon the functions that they're doing. Now, by taking advantage of this, we can ultimately have everything housed on the one box. Doing this, we have processes by which we can get other boxes and clone them into the virtual environment. By cloning them in the virtual environment, you set up a new virtual instance that's the exact duplicate of what that physical server was. It can be running, fully functioning, completely autonomous. Once it's up and running, you can shut off that physical box. Think about it. You have, just give a nice round number, 10 virtual instances on one physical box. If you look at that and you can get rid of 9 other boxes and have everything running and supported on that one box, you have cut out 90% of things like data center floor space, which is a very a high cost premium product. HVAC, your air conditioning, you have gotten rid of 90% of what is needed for that particular rack because you've gotten rid of all those servers. Power consumption, again, instead of 10 servers plugged in, I've got one server plugged in. Even network bandwidth, instead of utilizing at the very minimum, even if you don't have any redundancy built in, you're at least utilizing 10 network connections to begin with if you had 10 servers. As opposed to my one virtual server, I'm utilizing one, maybe actually 2, because there's a second one that we need for management purposes. So I've got 90% cost savings on your power, on your air conditioning, on your floor space, and 80% savings on your network infrastructure. That's not a bad combination to be looking at. All of this while still maintaining the actual credibility and the actual services that we are providing. So in conclusion, by virtualizing our environment, we can accomplish several key cost-saving items. We can take one server and functionally have it operate as 8, 10 plus servers. Due to the fact that we currently underutilize our infrastructure, by adding extra server functionality, we can continue to support the network traffic without doing any costly upgrades. finally, because we reduce the number of physical servers, we reduce the costly data center footprint space, the power consumption, the HVAC, the network bandwidth. Virtualization will upgrade our functionality while cutting our monthly operational expenses. I thank you for the time that you've given me in order to present this subject to you. Please consider it. Have a nice day.